Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Coriander? How's it going?
Hey, not much. How you doing?
I'm I'm doing pretty good. We are
Good.
not doing Slasher Movie Club tonight.
Oh,
We're actually back from our trip to Monster Mania 50 in Jersey, and we figured we'd do like a little recap and hang out with folks in the chat if they choose to join us. Also, giving some tips. We've learned a lot of things, um, and
whew, the
we
rough
learned the
way.
hard way. Yes, we
Uh,
did. And also, we do have a couple of other things we wanted to show. We know some of you guys might have seen, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that didn't. We did a live down in Jersey and showing you guys what we got on that first night there. So, anyways, we just wanted to hang out a little bit, and we figure that next week we'll get back into our regular schedule of Slasher Movie Club with
yeah.
Trauma. Just to remind people, because it feels like it's been forever since we've been doing this thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
but next Monday we'll
Yeah.
be doing Slasher Movie Club. We'll be talking about Trauma, so that will be cool. Um, let's see who we have in the chat, and then we'll get going on this conversation and see what we get.
All
Uh,
right.
the general is ready to rock.
Nice.
Has given out the instructions. You guys know what to do when she speaks. You got to get in line, or else.
I'm running this monkey farm now, Frankenstein, and I want to know what the fuck you're doing with my time.
And there it is. That's all I gotta say. one of these days, Val's gonna be like, "You gotta stop playing that night."
Right.
What's up, Dan? Dan, what's going on, man? We almost
Hello.
got a chance to hang out with Dan, and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get another chance sooner rather than later. But what's up,
Yeah.
Dan? It's great to see you here, and we got a chance to talk to him though, so that was cool.
Yeah.
It's the little things, Um,
It is.
Nanette's in the chat. What's up, Nanette? Katie, what's
Hey.
going on? What's going on?
Hello.
Neil's in the chat. What's up, Neil? How you
Hi.
doing? We got Now It's Dark in the chat saying hello,
Nice.
Nightwatch Zone, to Val, Nanette, and to Katie. What's going on? What's going
Hey.
on? Let's see. I just want to make sure I catch up. Oh, and I was just gonna say something about Jason. Jason's in the chat, man. He's starting with a $5
Nice.
super chat. He's
Thank
all right,
you.
man. Jason,
Right?
thanks so much, man. We definitely appreciate it, and we had some
Yeah.
great conversations. For all of you guys that are so supportive, and obviously you were in that conversation. And he says, "Who am I? I am the Shogun of Harlem, and the Leroy Green I'm looking for is a little punk who thinks he's a kung fu master." Love you guys. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate that.
Right?
Always good to
Love
see you in the
that.
chat. That's right. Oh, we got Frank. Frank's in the chat. What's up, Frank from the Slaughtered Lamb? What's up? Nice to
Nice.
see you. Saying, how is everyone tonight? Frank, I'm doing really good.
Yeah.
We were hoping we would have caught you there because I didn't even know you were going to be there. Darren said that you were going to be there at the con in Jersey, and we didn't run into you. We ran into a lot of people. We'll talk about that too. But
Yeah.
I felt so bad. I told Darren, I said, I'm so sorry because we were going to be doing a live on Saturday morning, but we didn't know what our time frame was going to be. And of course, we were stuck in the long ass line for
Yeah.
David Arquette. It was worth it.
Yes.
And we'll
It
talk more
was,
about that
but
too. But
shit.
yeah. So we've got one half of the Slaughtered Lamb movie podcast in the chat. Thanks a lot for hanging out,
Nice.
Frank. We appreciate that. Seriously. And let's see. I just want to make sure I catch up to everyone before we get going on this. Let's see. We got Bob. Bob's in the chat. Bob's another person. I didn't get a chance to run into Bob, hunting for entertainment himself. Next one, hope to meet up. Yeah, man. It's so crazy down there because it was wall to wall. Yeah. But hope you had fun, man. Seriously. It was a fun con. It really was. What's up, David? David is in the chat. Brandon from I Like Scary, he's in the chat. What's up, man? Nice to see you. What's up, guys? Hope you had a great time. We did, man. We really did.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
It went by quick.
It did. It really went by quick. What's up, RMJ? Yeah, it did. Yes. Miss Carter's in the chat too. What's up?
Hello.
Yeah. Frank saying, trust me, nobody knew what any lines were for. It's true. It is so true. confusing as hell at first, and we got a
Well,
funny
at
story.
first, yeah.
Yeah, well, and we've got a funny story about some total strangers that gave us like the rundown. It was crazy.
That happens when you're in line. I mean, you get to
Yeah,
talking to people and yeah. And the freaking one of the guys looked like Bill Mosley. No shit.
yeah.
It was kind of funny.
Let's tell
All
that
right. Yeah.
story.
Okay.
And we're gonna skip to this. We'll go back to Friday, but on Saturday morning, we decided to get in line for David Arquette because Friday night we saw the long ass line for Matthew
Yeah.
Lillard and David Arquette. So one of the
And both of
guys,
them were outside, guys. Okay. The only one that was
yes,
inside was Jamie Kennedy.
that's right.
So yeah. And let me tell you, it sucks because David Arquette's side had the sun, and Matthew Lillard had those people had like the shade. So it was
Yes,
rough, man. Yeah.
yes. Well, what happened was, hey, what's up, Chicago? Nice to see you.
Hello.
The night before on Friday night, we went into the room and we could see Matthew Lillard. We physically could see him and Jamie Kennedy, but
Yeah.
we talked to the guy that was kind of, the door
Who
person,
worked
so to
it?
speak.
Yeah.
And we basically said, how early do we need to be at this thing in the morning? Because the doors didn't open until 10. And he said 6 or 7 in the morning, right? So needless to say,
Oh
that
my
was
God.
the game plan, but it didn't necessarily
That would have
happen
been
that way.
smart though, because we would have hit the shade. I
Right.
bet we would have been waiting in the shade and not in that damn sun.
Right. I mean, we were maybe 30 people back, so it wasn't that
Yeah.
bad compared to, I mean, it had to have been at least, I don't even know, 150 people behind us, in total that
It
the
was
line just kept going. The line kept going. So anyways, we got there at about 8. Oh
just
no,
before
maybe it was
that.
7:30, 7:30-ish, somewhere around
It's
there.
around there, like quarter of.
Early,
Yeah. Yeah.
but not as early as we wanted to, but still
Yeah.
good enough. So we're waiting in line in the sun. The sun's beating down on us, so it's totally uncomfortable. That's when I was supposed to be doing my live with Darren, so that didn't
And
really
we
work
were,
out.
yeah. Wasn't we like in the sun for till like 11 or so, 11:30? It felt
Well,
like, or
I
2
don't.
or
No,
10,
it
because
wasn't.
we weren't upstairs like 2-3 hours. We weren't in that
No,
room that long.
no, but we weren't. We were only outside until about maybe
Like
10:30.
3 hours. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, because wasn't it like 5 hours that it took to
in
actually
total.
see him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 But
I thought 3 hours was God a lot with Robert.
yeah,
This was like, wow. This was like, wow. That's all I
yeah.
have to say.
But we were in line for a while, and one thing that
Yeah.
did kind of pass the time okay. I mean, we did a couple of Instagram lives, which that was kind of fun. But we met these 2 guys that were in front of us, and they were telling us their story, and they were two strangers that met at one of these conventions, and they just became friends. They just
Yeah.
became
Well,
friends, and
they first met on Facebook and started chatting. And then they eventually hooked up at a convention, and that's how this one,
yeah.
that's how it
So
all, yeah.
yeah, so I mean, but they were talking about how, they game plan it, and
Yeah.
how they kind of they usually come down on Friday, and they try to, knock out one of the big celebrities, whoever that may be, and then maybe some of the middle tier celebrities, and then on Saturday, they basically go for another big celebrity. Our game plan was not like that. It should have been, but we didn't know. We
Right.
didn't know how busy it was going to be.
Right.
But on Friday
Yeah.
night when we got down there, the game plan was to just kind of browse around and
Get what we
just
wanted
shop.
to buy. Yeah.
Yeah. And just kind of
I
shop
thought it
and
was
just
a good
check out.
idea.
Well, I mean, it was okay, but I definitely think
Yeah.
I
I
definitely
didn't
think
know.
if we had gone for Matthew or David on Friday night, I
Yeah.
think it might have worked out. We would have made better use of our time, I think, because we still came back on Sunday and browsed around too. But either
Yeah.
way, it still worked out pretty good. But
It did.
Neil, horror icon tip number 1: don't drool on Daniel Harris.
Right.
Right. She was really nice though, man, and we'll get to that
Yeah.
too. She was really nice. Frank saying, and don't forget to skip the lines, adding to the lines. That's true.
Yeah.
That is so
That
true, because
sucked.
once it got to about 10:30, now the door is supposed to be open at 10, but we didn't actually get into the hotel,
It
into
was like
the
almost,
lobby.
it was almost 11. I'm telling you, when we made it upstairs.
But bottom line is we were outside for a long
Yeah.
time. But once
3
we got
hours.
in, we had to go upstairs and we went into basically a waiting room.
For
And
2 more.
I was like, what?
Well,
And we
not
were in
quite
that
2.
waiting
Yeah.
waiting room for at least like an hour and a half.
Definitely.
And it was wall to wall. They had these really uncomfortable chairs. I'm literally bunched in like this, you know,
Yeah.
you're just shoulder to shoulder. So it wasn't very
Hardly
comfortable.
anybody, and let me say too, hardly anybody was wearing a mask.
That's true.
So that
too.
was like sketchy, at least in my opinion. I know
Yeah,
some people out there
that's-
don't give a fuck, but I'm one
But-
of them people that do. So yeah,
That's true.
it was very
But-
uncomfortable. Not
But
cool.
we were in there, and you would have thought that they would have figured, okay, these folks are going to be sitting in this room for a while, and they had a screen that they could play movies on and stuff like that, but they weren't doing anything. So this one guy kind of gets up. I don't know, maybe if he worked there or maybe I don't know. But anyways, he says, hey guys, I'm going to put on some stuff to entertain you. So he puts on things like, you know, old school cartoons, Looney Tunes
Bugs
and stuff
Bunny
like that.
and Roadrunner.
And-
It was great.
I mean, the truth of the matter is it did help to pass the time, because other than that, everybody was kind of, you know, either,
Hot.
you know, working on their phones, looking at their phones, or grumbling, right?
And you
So-
would have thought that the air conditioning would work. Oh my dear God.
Yeah.
There was so many people that it was hot.
Yep.
It was hot.
So once and people were complaining about the guy playing cartoons. It's like, dude, this dude is trying
I
to entertain
know.
us. It actually helped to pass the time. But that wasn't even the worst part. It's okay. So then they told us to leave that room and go to David Arquette's room. So then we were in David Arquette's room, and we were there for, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes. But like Frank just said, the skip the lines people,
Yes.
it added to the line. So as we thought we were going to be seeing them
We
soon.
were so close, yes. And then you'd look over and there's like 3 more people. It's like, what?
Right. Yeah.
And it
this
sucked.
this is tip number 1, guys. If you're going to a con, and if you can afford it, and we will the next time, get the skip the line passes, because
Definitely.
that I believe it allowed
So
you to
worth
have
it.
I believe it allowed you to have one skip
Yeah.
for one celebrity. I can't remember what it was, but it would have been worth it to have used that
Totally.
for at
Yep.
least one of them. Yeah.
Because not
So
only that took up so much time waiting
Yeah,
in
it
that
did.
line that you missed out on. You know, you kind of had to be quick about things. So
Yes.
yeah,
It's true.
it was kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
It's,
I mean,
it's nothing like Rock and Shock that was in mass this convention. This one was
well,
like a totally new experience for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys are talking about Scream. But and Val, glad Corey got herself a new Jason pillow. Yeah, it's a really cool Jason pillow.
And a wallet
show
and
that.
a purse.
Yeah.
They didn't see my purse, but yeah.
Oh yeah, Jason.
I
purse.
forgot to show. Yeah.
Yeah, and Wayne, I've got a Phantasm t-shirt. I got that, so that was pretty cool.
Mine.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. We'll show off a couple of other things we got too, in a little bit. But
Mine's not Phantasm though, obviously.
No, yours is American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
Let me just see. Let me catch up to the chat. I'm losing my train of thought. RMJ, the con, it was in New Jersey. Yeah, it was really cool. What's up, Jamie? Jamie's in the chat. It was a long drive.
But it was fun.
And there's my man, Grande's Graveyard himself. It was so great meeting you, brother. Glad to see you got home safe. Absolutely, man. It was so cool to meet you. And that was one of the things. And I'm ready, because here we go. Here's my man, Mr. Grande, the legend himself. It was
unfortunately, unfortunately, I was in line waiting to see who we were waiting to see at that point. I don't even know.
We were waiting to see
the pictures. We were doing the photo op.
Julie Benz.
Was it?
I think so. Right. Yeah. Either way, it was one of our photo ops, but it was so cool.
Yeah.
To meet you, Grande, seriously. And it was funny because we were messaging each other, and he's like, well, where are you at? Oh, I'm like, well, I'm here for the photo op. Where are you at? He's like, I'm heading over there. And it was just really, really cool to meet him. Got to meet a few other people, Killjoy Jake, which was really cool too. I mean, when you meet people and you get a chance to collaborate with them and you start to become friends with them, it's really, really cool. And then when you get a chance to actually, meet them face to face and have, a few words together, it was just cool, man. But definitely, Grande's a legend. And like I was saying, man, we gotta get you back on the channel soon, man. It's been too long. We had so much fun when you were with us, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
RMJ saying, anyone going to Scarefest in Kentucky in October? I've heard of some people that are. I wish I could say we were.
Unfortunately.
I know.
Right?
I wish I could say we were. Jamie is. All right.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes. Jason with a $5 super chat. I knew he would love this, man, because he's a big Phantasm fan. By the way, we have gone through the whole franchise of Phantasm, and the first movie a lot of people are aware of or they know it. It's pretty iconic, but we went through the whole franchise, all 5 movies, plus ranked them. And it was one of those franchises. It's a franchise that's so underrated, so underappreciated. We didn't have a lot of traction on most of those videos, but we had such fun discussing it because for Coriander,
such great movies.
Yeah, for Coriander, there was some new first-time watches for her. Yep. For Killian, he had never seen any of the movies, so I was so excited to, get both of them, kind of indoctrinated to Phantasm.
What was the last one that I didn't see? I'd seen all the other ones except for the very last
for
one.
Ravager. Yeah.
Yes.
But it was so cool, to kind of have that conversation because not enough people talk about Phantasm, but we did, and Jason is a huge fan.
That's awesome.
Of those episodes. And thank goodness because to have somebody watch them. But anyways, if you haven't seen them, please check them out. They were really cool. But of course, this is a great quote from the late great Angus Scrimm. You play a good game, boy, but the game is finished. Now it's time to watch the Night Watch Zone. Love the shirt. Thanks so much, man. And I knew you'd appreciate the shirt. I knew you would appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And on our ride back, we were listening to the podcast of that episode of one of the, what was it, the first Phantasm?
I think it was it was the 4th one, Phantasm.
4th one,
and we did listen to some of the ranking video too. That was cool.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, and those were those are fun to listen to. So yeah.
Yep. Patrick saying, how many people recognize you from Slasher Movie Club? 0.
No one.
0.
Right?
I mean, other than obviously the few people that we got a chance to meet
with,
which was really cool. It was cool to see. It was really cool to see those guys. But Neil saying Coriander holding the place in line while Night mingles with YouTube horror icons. Well, it was no, it was just that one time.
Come on, this is like let me just say too, okay? I know everybody loves you and you're like the main dude on this channel. I get that, you're the important one.
All right, let's.
Because you are.
But what I'm saying is that when Grande was messaging me, because I was like, well, I got to get a chance to see him because I knew we may not get a chance later on. So that's why Coriander stayed in line. And actually, I was going to bring Grande in there with me, but the guy at the front door or the front entrance, he was kind of being, kind of like, ooh, it's like, dude, I just want him to meet her as well, But anyways, it was cool. We had fun. Miss Carter saying, I have a feeling Knight has to sleep on the couch and make room for Coriander's Jason pillow. It's not that big of a pillow.
Right, I wish. Damn.
Oh, man. What's up, Russell? Nice to see you. All right. I just want to make sure I catch up with everyone. And I know Wayne's a fan of Phantasm as well. That's really, really cool. Very, very cool. Nice. But yeah, tip number 1, if you're able to afford it, it is so worth getting the skip the line or the VIP tickets. There is no doubt about that.
Yeah. Or if you don't, get one of those little folding seats that is easy to carry.
That's tip number 2.
And an umbrella. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And an umbrella. Depending on what time of the year it is. And plenty of water. OMG. And Gatorade, you need to stay hydrated because if you don't, even though you're just standing there, you're still sweating like a motherfucker. It sucked. Yeah, because you're trying to, you want to
Are
look
you
good meeting
comfortable in
all these
coffee?
people. No, but I'm just saying, you want to look good when you meet all these celebrities,
Well,
right? And
that's
then
true
you're
too.
standing everywhere. It's hot. You're around tons of people squished. I mean,
That's
oh
right.
my fuck. It was like brutal.
Yeah, and Frank was just saying that sunscreen. Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
There's no doubt about that.
You know how many
Um
people got skin cancer, melanoma from this convention? Probably a lot. I'm just saying.
Nanette, you're so sweet. She would give you a hug. That's so sweet.
Uh,
Um but yeah, so the tip number 2 is definitely if you can bring one of those portable chairs or a
yeah.
stool or something, and you've got to either have a hat, be wearing a hat, or like Coriander said, maybe I don't know about an umbrella because you only have a certain amount of space in the line, and this
I'll
is
be
just
right
for
back.
this. Okay, and this is just for this convention. So other ones are set up a little bit different. The one we went to in Mass was a lot different than this one. The one in Massachusetts, it was more like almost like a convention type of setting, a big wide open room where all the celebrities were at their table, so you could really walk around and you were inside. It was a big convention hall, convention center. This was a hotel. So anyways, it really depends, but definitely rule number 1, get the skip the line pass. There's no doubt we're going to do that next time because again, it probably would have allowed us to do a little bit more and not wait as long in line. So that's just a must. It truly is. um let's see, I'm gonna catch up to you guys. Skull Crushers in the chat. What's up? What's up? Saying it's been a really long time since I've been to a horror convention. I'm sweating just sitting here typing. Right? Seriously, it was rough there, man. I mean, so you got to dress comfortably. I mean, I think we were dressed pretty comfortably, but again, being outside, that sun, it was brutal. It was brutal, and we were only like 30 people back. We were actually, pretty far up in the line, compared to everyone else. So, um, Jason with the $2 super chat. Thanks a lot, man. Any student body or leprechaun 4 merch. I did see some leprechaun t-shirts, but no student bodies. None of that. None of that. Um, but there was some leprechaun merch. They had merch of almost any especially important or big or iconic horror franchise or character you could think of. They really did. I gotta admit, the merchandise was really cool because we went through, the vendors multiple times on Friday. We just walked around. We probably did the whole walk at least 3 times. And then on Sunday, we went around at least once or twice. And there was actually an area that we didn't even hit because it was different rooms. Like Frank was saying earlier, you didn't know exactly where the lines were. You didn't know where a lot of things were. You just had to kind of find them. So, in a way that was fun, and in a way it was kind of frustrating. But I will say the one thing that they did extremely well is you could get photo ops with the different guests, and they would be held at different times. So before we got there, I was really nervous as far as thinking to myself, we're going to miss a time for this person or that person, or what if the times overlap? And it was really done well. They didn't overlap times, and they had a monitor that displayed the time for all the different guests. And all you had to do is just make sure you were go to that particular room, the entrance of it, and then go in, and you'd be in a line. And they moved the line pretty well. I did a video on Instagram when Matthew Lillard was doing the photo ops, and it was, shielded by a big curtain, and he actually came out of the area where the photo ops were and came out to where we were in line, and he was just being cool. He asked for anyone with a baby, or if they were handicapped, or if they have any health issues
Anxiety.
that they could come
We should
forward.
have went up because we could have gone up there because
Well,
hello, I have anxiety
but
and
but
COVID
but
and like I said, that was
but
rough.
it was really, really cool. And I had the video for that on Instagram. So but he was
Yeah,
really, really cool. And Jamie Kennedy came out too to
he
the lines
did.
and was talking. So Very cool stuff. But thank you so much for the super chat, Jason. We really appreciate it. Seriously. Patrick saying, I never heard of a convention where the line was outside. Well, this one did.
This one,
Two lines.
Even in March, those guys that we were talking to said there's one in March, and
yeah,
it rained and snowed, and so bring an umbrella no matter what.
Yeah, that's true.
Warm clothes.
That's true.
You don't know what the weather's going to be.
Frank saying, if you can, Fridays are better than Saturdays. Yes, there is a difference. Yeah, and I think
it sucks on Fridays. I'm sorry I keep interrupting you. Oh my God.
That's all right.
It sucks on Fridays that it started at 5. I mean, if it started even at 3 or something, just, and it only went to 10. And those lines, holy shit.
They were long lines, but
it was ridiculous.
But we didn't get down there, and it wouldn't have made a difference for us because it was such a long drive. But maybe it would have made a difference because some people would have gotten to see people, and the line might have gotten smaller. So maybe, maybe. Yeah. Let's see. Patrick saying, "Night, you need to get a press pass next time. You never know. Brandon saying, if Nev would have never pulled out, bro, you would have seen the worst of the worst when it comes to lines. Yeah, I will say this. That's a great point, Brandon, because Nev, Marley Shelton, and Skeet Ulrich, they pulled out of the event. And if they had stayed, it probably would have been a hell of a lot worse. So I guess in a way it worked out good, I guess, It definitely did, as far as that's concerned. That's a great point. I didn't even think to mention that because Nev Campbell alone, that would have been like crazy. It would have been absolutely crazy. Chicago horror fan saying, I've never been to a horror convention before. Well, that's the other thing that I think we want to say is if you get a chance to do it, you should do it. If you're a horror fan, if you're into merchandise, if you ever would like to get autographs or get a chance
cool shit.
Meet and greet with celebrities, it's definitely worth doing. I wish I'd done it a lot sooner. So that's probably maybe the best message. And I've said it before. I know that.
And you know what? You know what? I'm glad. I'm sorry because I don't want to pass you. You're giving me that look.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm so glad that it was me that brought you to your first and your last. So yay. As in like many more to come. That's what I mean.
Okay.
So I'm glad I popped that cherry for you, baby. Love you.
All right. So yeah, I'm losing my train of thought, man.
I'm sorry.
All right. So no, that's the most important message that we want to put out there though, is that if you get a chance to
go
do
with the ones you love.
Don't wait. Plan it out. You can look them up online. You can find out when they're going to be, well in advance. We were lucky to have scoped this one out months ahead. So I definitely think it's worth doing if you enjoy any of those things, whether it's merchandise, autographs, meeting celebs, or just being in that environment. There was a lot of great cosplayers too. I'll put some of those pictures up too. A lot of great cosplayers that were fun. Were you going to say something?
Yeah. If you want to meet those celebrities, you want to make sure that if you can, like you said, if you can afford it, get that skip the line pass like right off because those go quick, man. Because they only sell a certain amount. So yeah,
you do have to do that in advance. That's true.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of cool cosplayers and stuff, and just people in costumes walking around, and we saw a bunch of leather faces. I mean, that was some good costumes.
And Michael
Myers,
a ton of Jasons.
There
was even Barf
from Spaceballs. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Nanette saying, did they have any merchandise from the Lost Boys movie? I believe I saw some T-shirts for the Lost Boys. There were so many as far as merchandise. It was so much stuff. There were figures. There was
mecha
posters,
figures.
Everything. It was just wow. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Let's see. I just want to. Then Frank saying in a sarcastic tone, I love when people bring in a wagon of merch for a celebrity to sign. I don't mind waiting another 30 minutes for you to finish. There was someone that did that for David Arquette, had one of those, like if you go to the grocery store and you're bringing your bags, you're walking your bags back. It's one of those metal type of push thingies or whatever. Oh my gosh. I was like, how long is that going to take? But fortunately, we were in front of that section of the room. But yeah, man. And someone had even told that story. I forgot who it was, but yeah, it it was crazy, man. Fortunately, that didn't affect us too much, but we heard some horror stories, man. What's up, Joel?
Hello.
Andre, what's up?
Hey.
Nice to see you guys. But what else? What else did I want to pass on? Any other things that come to your mind, Coriander? Maybe with the photo op part, don't bring a lot of stuff with you to the photo op if you can help it.
Yeah, but they did have bins to put your stuff in.
They did.
And nobody touched shit, so
yeah.
I mean that was a good thing. But probably just bring a mask and some water. Definitely have water on you. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. What's up, Steven?
Even if you're drinking alcohol, make sure you're drinking water because you're just dehydrating yourself when you're drinking that alcohol.
Yeah.
So you still need to drink water.
Yeah. Strange Monkey's in the chat too. What's up, Strange Monkey?
Hey.
Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I catch up. I'm way behind on the live chat here. Joel saying, I've been to Star Trek conventions, but never a horror one. It's on my bucket list. Yeah, you should go.
Ooh,
you really should go.
Yeah.
Same thing to you, Dre. You should as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Val, keeping an eye on things because I definitely can't. I'm losing my train of thought so much here. Saying 23 amazing people watching, 23 likes. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And Wayne saying there's no horror conventions in Australia. That's too bad.
I know that does suck. That's interesting as like why. You know? It's not like the celebrities don't have the money to get there.
Well, I'm just sure it's probably easier for them to, as far as the travel.
Yeah, but they have fans all around the world.
Well, true. Well,
come on.
Okay. That's true. It's true. Frank saying people used to get the $5 extra pre-show wristband that got you in an hour early for the vendors. We used to use it to line up for a celeb before anyone instead. This year they caught on to our ruse.
Nice.
That's all. That's
right.
awesome, man. Oh man, that's great. Catch you later, Wayne. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah,
that's funny. Julie's in the chat. What's up, Julie? Nice to see you. Saying hey everyone. All right. Cody saying I've been to a wrestling con but never been to a horror con. All right.
There was a wrestler there. Which wrestler was there?
I forgot what his name was, but yeah, there was a wrestler there.
Jesus.
Yeah. But yeah, if you get a chance to go, you definitely should go. You really should. I mean, it's worth it. But let me show you guys a couple of these things that we got. Some really cool stuff. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this without the glare. Got one of those metal posters, which is pretty cool. And it's one of my favorite movies.
There you go. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. Yeah. It looks really, really cool. I can't wait to put that up. And then you had like the medium-sized posters. So I got an Aliens.
Yep.
Yeah. Very, very cool. And of course, if I got that, then I couldn't forget about the OG. So
nice.
Hopefully you don't see too much.
There you go.
No, and this is kind of like, and they had a lot of variants, of different posters, which I thought was cool too.
I got one.
Yeah, this is a variant.
Show that one next. Yeah, you got to show mine next, please. I can't wait to get this frame. Well, we'll show the good one for like last. Okay.
All right, hold on. Let's see. But yeah, they had so many cool posters and shirts. I mean, you could get lost in them. You really could.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wow, they really stuffed this one in here.
Good.
Was there anything there that that you had eyed that you wish you had gotten that you didn't get, or that you're thinking maybe next time you might?
Interesting.
Because I've got a couple things that next time I probably would just go for it.
You know, I wish people. One thing that I wish was there. I need like a new big stuffed Jaws. You know, great white shark, stuffed plushed animal. So I wish those were there. I wish someone would make those and go to the convention and sell them.
I can't even get all of this in there.
Yeah. I think they get the gist of it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Once it's up and framed, I'll take a picture and post it on Instagram.
Yeah. It's a really cool Jaws.
Yeah.
Variation.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, they had a lot of cool stuff.
I want to get a Jaws sweatshirt too, a pullover, a hoodie.
They didn't have any there? We didn't see any?
No. I did get a Crystal Lake one that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan saying I was tempted by the Christmas one. Yes. There were some cool ones.
I would have loved to have gotten a couple of Christmas ornaments. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I forgot about those.
Jamie, the alien posters were really, really cool. Seriously. I'm telling you. And thanks, Russell. Joel saying, I just noticed your Friday poster behind you doesn't have the counselors in it. No, it does not. I like that version of the poster too. But yeah, this one is, I don't know. This one is kind of cool in its own way too, you know?
And that's my poster. Just saying.
Yeah.
When Knight's in his, Night Watch zone behind him and you see all his little mecha figures, that's his stuff. What you're looking at now, except for the mask, that's nice. But everything else is mine. Just saying.
I don't even know why you had to make the difference of it.
Because everyone's always like, Knight, that's awesome. It's like, dude, that's mine. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Frank saying that Lance Henriksen's line was big. I wish I got a chance to meet him. I really, really wish I did. Seriously. Yeah, that would have been really cool because I've been a fan of his since I was a little kid. Yep. But we didn't get a chance to, unfortunately. Yeah.
And you know what sucks? We didn't even, which we should have gone down. Because weren't they like in the tent part? Because I think that's where some celebrities went. We didn't even go check it out. That's where we saw Shitty Pete. Did you guys see Shitty Pete walking around Saturday? That was nasty. Oh my God.
That was definitely an interesting costume.
He had like an old man mask face, right? He had on a hospital gown with the back open, a diaper, shit running up his back, shit running down his leg. It was, man. It's like,
it was disgusting. It was.
Yeah, Shitty Pete.
Frank saying some celebs were expensive. Ralph Macchio was nearly $120 for autograph and selfie. The selfie was over the table. A few years ago, his auto was about $30 to $40. Thanks, Cobra Kai. Right? We were talking with those guys that we had just met there about the difference in the price over the years. I do think that it is a bit much because you got to realize for a lot of people they travel to these cons. You're paying to get in, and then
we're not rich like some of them.
You're going to spend money on merchandise and so forth. So it is too bad that, some of the prices are that high. But, I guess at the end of the day, if people aren't getting them, then maybe that's when they'll say, oh, maybe we got to put the price down a little bit. I mean, unfortunately, that's just how it works. But I know what you mean. Neil, I've always wanted a Jaws poster with "Smile, you son of a bitch" on it, but I never came across one. Me neither. Jason with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much.
Nice.
When you were in line, did this ever go through your mind? That's it, man. Game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? Bill Paxton. There was, man. I mean, but the guys in front of us, like I said, we met these two strangers and they were friends, met through the cons.
They were entertaining.
And stuff like that. They were entertaining, but they kept saying just hold out, hold out.
Don't move, because
don't move. which is true. I mean, and I think
Yes.
there's people that probably do. They probably
Yeah.
give up and just leave, but we hung in there. We hung in strong, man. Thank you
Yes.
so
And at
thank you so
some
much
points,
for
I
that
was
super chat.
using night as like my tree to, give me some shade, but
Right,
it just,
right.
it was rough.
Oh, thanks, Nanette.
Thank you,
That's
Nanette.
very cool. Frank saying another tip: $1,000 is not enough to bring. You can go broke at one of these conventions. It's true,
Yeah.
man. And I think it all depends on how you look at things. Me personally, like that first night we were there, I didn't really jump at a lot of stuff. Number one, because I knew we'd see a lot of different things. But also, some things are kind of like, it's almost like when you're at the supermarket, right? And you go to the line and you see all these little things, these little snacky things and candy bars and stuff like that, those impulse buy type of things. And I'm not really an impulse buyer. So I think it just depends on if you are an impulse buyer, then you're 100% right, Frank. You got to bring a bunch of money. But
Yeah. I spent
it
like
just depends.
I spent like $180 in like the first 10 minutes. Yeah. So
Yeah,
you know how I am. No,
it can go
it
quick
goes
though.
quick.
It
Yeah, it
really
does.
can. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Russell saying, is that a season of the Witch shirt? No, it's American Werewolf in London.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me stand up.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Mhm.
Well, let me just also couple of shirts too. So my Phantasm shirt, I love that Phantasm shirt. But
Yeah.
also got some other cool stuff. Halloween.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys can see that okay. Hey
Yeah.
jerk, speed kills.
Yeah.
So yeah. That was really, really cool. When I saw that, I was like, all right, I gotta get that one.
With a
Because
little convincing.
with a little convincing. I mean, I got a lot of shirts, so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cody saying, did y'all spend time with Jake as well? Yeah,
Yeah.
when we first got there, we
Friday
ran
night
into
we did.
Jake,
Yeah.
yeah, on Friday night, and we kind of just walked around together for a little while, checking out the booths. But again, if you're going to be going there to meet up with any friends or of people that are going to be going there, probably the best way that you can quote unquote hang out with them is maybe if you guys have a plan to go and get a bite to eat after the con or at some predetermined time. Because when you're in there, man, it's just so much going on, especially that first
So many
night.
people.
It was so many people. It was wall
Yeah.
to wall. So as much of a fun time as it was to meet Jake and Grande and Bobby and Marcus and all those guys, we didn't get a chance to really talk, like a more
Because of the
personal level.
lines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were lines and everything.
Yeah.
So, next time, I know, especially with this one, like if, going back to this one again, if I know people are going to be there, maybe I'll set up a predetermined time to say, hey, let's plan to get a bite to eat at, whatever, 7 o'clock or 7:30 on Friday night or whatever. Because one thing I will say that was also cool, this was another thing I wanted to mention, they did have at this particular con anyways, they had a bunch of nice restaurants around. So you could get something that was fast, or you could go into a restaurant. They had, grocery store right there pretty much. So we were really lucky
Yeah.
to have all of that at our fingertips within a
Yeah.
5-minute drive, 5 minutes or
And
less of a drive.
yeah, I mean, I, I'm from New
What's it?
England. This was like my first time in like a real big city. So, I mean, it was like confusing all the twists and turns to get just, you know, here you could just cross the fucking road and get to the hotel. Here they had, these concrete, borders that take up the whole, like almost like it divided both lanes.
Yeah.
And you had to take, 7-minute route to get across the street. But yeah, it was interesting shit, man.
Yeah. Yep. Neil saying,
I'm just a country girl, I
hey,
guess.
hey, jerk, speed kills. Like totally. I know, right? Oh man, too funny.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, they're having a Return of the Living Dead 2 reunion at Scarefest in Lexington. That's wow.
Nice.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Jason with a $2 super chat. Next con you go to, I'll be there. Cue the music. I wish I could.
Nice.
I wish I could, man. But that would be really, really cool. And I think, and there was
Yeah,
actually a couple
man.
people, like I said, we didn't get a chance to run into. Actually, about 5 or 6 people that were there at the con, like while I was posting to Instagram, had some folks saying, "Oh wow, you're here," or "Hey, can I meet up with you?" And it's kind of like, if you want to, yeah, I'll be over here or there. So like I said, it was really interesting. It kind of made it fun too, because there were multiple times when we just ran into people, so that was kind of interesting and cool. But again, it was all like quick, boom, boom, boom. Like even when we went live on Friday night, we didn't really have a specific time because we didn't know when we'd get back from the con, to the room. And then of course, trying to prep everything, and it's all impromptu. But again, it was kind of fun doing it that way. It really, really was. Thank, thank you so much for the super chat, Jason. You're all right, man.
Right?
It would be cool if you could go to a con. Seriously, it'd be very
Yeah.
cool. Dan saying the Jersey traffic patterns take getting used to. That's true.
Definitely. Thank God
Very
for
true.
GPS, because oh my God, I
Yeah.
would be lost.
Yeah.
I'd
Yep.
be
It
wasting,
was really.
the $70 tank of gas just trying to get across the street. Oh my God.
Although I will say there were spots for gas that were cheap or cheaper,
Yeah, under $4.
So that was pretty cool,
Yes, that was like what? I almost wanted to take a picture.
right?
Remember when?
Cody saying, wonder if they have horror cons up here in Chicago. I wouldn't be surprised.
Look it up.
Usually, yeah, I would
Yeah.
say look it up. Most well, I don't want to say most major cities, but there's a lot of major cities that I do know that have cons. So I would definitely check it out.
Maryland,
Yeah.
Jersey, Massachusetts has 3 this year. There's one in October.
Yeah, so I would
Yeah.
check it out.
And there's
Look
one
up online.
in August. At the end of August, there's one in Mass. Yeah.
Yep. Here's another shirt that
Do you have any of mine?
I was. Nope.
Oh, they're right there next to you. Nice.
This one is cool. Yeah. Night of the Living Dead, the OG. There was this one vendor who had a lot of really cool variant designs for t-shirts from the movies and stuff. So that was really, really cool. I thought that, I was like looking at stuff and I was like, wow. Very, very cool stuff. So that was a fun one. Cody saying, someone was saying an actual trailer for new season of Cobra Kai might be airing tomorrow. Ooh, very cool. Jamie saying, I love the Night of Living Dead shirt. Thank you. Yeah, I do too. It's really, really cool. Once I saw it, I was like, yeah, I got to get that one. It was really, really cool. Russell saying, awesome Night of the Living Dead shirt. Yeah. I really thought it was cool. Let's see. Hold on. We've got a They Live. That one is really, really cool. I don't know if you guys, hopefully you can see it.
Yeah. Did you read the back?
They Live. What's going on, man? It says They Live, We Sleep. Yeah, the back of it does. Yeah. It probably won't show up that well on here, though.
I love that movie. So, I can see it. I see it.
Woohoo.
Yeah. That's mine. No.
And
that's mine.
That one's pretty cool with the knives and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really cool. Steven saying killer finds, you guys. That's what I thought. That is what I thought too. Thank you.
There's a lot of nice stuff. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
All right. I gotta get one more thing. I'm like, I'll be back.
Nanette saying, I know what you mean, Coriander Night. My brother lives in New Jersey and I have been up there spending time with him. It's a lot different than down here in South Carolina. Oh yeah, I could imagine, you know, the difference that you feel. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Cody saying I would have gotten nothing but Michael Myers stuff, Jason stuff, and Pennywise stuff if I was there. There was plenty of that stuff, man. There was so much Michael merch and Jason merch. It wasn't even funny. Seriously. I mean, it was just crazy. And Pennywise stuff too. It really was cool. Yes, yes. Jamie. Yeah, it's a cool They Live shirt. It really, really is.
Isn't
Miss
it?
Carter
Yeah.
talking about day shift. All right. Okay. And let me also, and I know I showed this the other night, but I got to do it again. My Jason NECA figure from part 7, which was really, really cool. Kane Hodder's first appearance as Jason. And we did get a chance to do a picture with Kane Hodder, which was really cool because we met him in Massachusetts. He's just awesome. But he was in the Jason outfit, which was cool. The Jason outfit from part 8, but this is the figure from part 7. So hopefully you guys can see that. I know there's a little bit of a glare, but the detail on this is just ridiculous. It is so cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm jealous.
It is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's definitely a cool one. Let's see. Just checking out you guys in the chat. Steven enjoying seeing. Yeah, it was good merch, man. It really, really is.
I got some stuff I can show while he's talking. Continue.
Russell, yep. It was definitely cool. Seriously.
Here it is.
Oh yeah, the Jason pillow. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. The wallets will take a hit. There's no doubt. No doubt about that. The Lethal Collective HorrorCon coming soon. Hey, look, man. Maybe one day. You never know. You never know. So we'll definitely to be continued on that. But I will say this. There were, a lot of cool people there, vendors wise. And it was funny because we met a guy from Fright Rags. And when I got the Jason NECA figure, he just happened to start talking and he was really, really friendly to us. And then when we got back to the room, or maybe it was right before the room, I had posted just some stuff or whatever, and he messages me on Instagram. He's like, "Hey man, I just met you. That's awesome." Da, 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 da. And he's like, come to the Fright Rags table tomorrow and stuff. And he was really cool. But yeah, you just get a chance to meet a lot of cool people.
Yeah.
Jamie saying, "I've got to show you my They Live t-shirt, Corey." Definitely.
Yes.
We love that movie.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Joel, I want that. Yep. Yeah, it was some good merch. It really was. Neil saying, "Love the Friday 13th Part 7 figure. Now wrap it back up and send it to me." I haven't even opened it. I haven't even opened it. I don't even know if I want to open it. I do, but I don't. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't open your other one. Who is it? Michael? Is that
I've got Michael. I've got McCready.
Yeah.
And I've got a Predator.
He's going to be one of those guys that leaves it in the package.
Well, what can you say?
Yeah. No, that's the smart way to do it, because you know what? I bet in I don't know how many years when we're old, you could cash those in for who knows how much money.
You never know. You never know.
It'd be worth it.
Steven saying, "Love that pillow, Coriander." Yeah, it is. It is a really cool one. Yeah, Russell likes that one too.
Yeah.
Cody saying, "Was there any other YouTubers there besides you and Corey and Jake, like Dead Meat?" I thought I heard that Dead Meat was there. I didn't see them there. There were some other YouTubers there. Marcus from I Shot Him 6 Times, or I should say I Shot Him 6 Times. Bob Hunt from Hunting for Entertainment was there. Bobby's Breakdowns was there. John Grande from Grande's Graveyard was there. Celise from oh my god, Spooky and Sweet was there. And I think there were a couple others. There were some other people that I saw that either had said they were there, but I didn't see them. But yeah, there were a lot of people there, is the bottom line. There really was. But there were so many people in total. inside of the hotel, in the
Yeah.
rooms, outside, that you literally could walk past someone and not even
And
know
we
that
had
you did.
masks on, except for when
Yeah.
we took photos. So
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, I didn't recognize you with your mask on," you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep. Steven saying, Nightwatch Zone, could you imagine if all four of us in the Lethal Collective one day got a table at a convention? That would be
That'd be
insane.
cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, you never
I'll be the
know.
girl just like
You never
David
know.
had that, was taking the money and I'll do that for you guys.
But you never know, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I was saying it earlier. There was really some really cool vendors there, and like I
Yeah.
said, I will say this though, Steven, if there was ever a chance, even if we didn't have a table, but if there was ever a chance where there was a con that was kind of central to all of us, which would be kind of hard to figure out where that would be. But anyways, it would be so cool, man. Because like I said, even though we didn't get a chance to hang out with Jake for a long time, the 20 minutes or so that we did, it was fun.
And I was
it
the
was really cool.
photographer for night that day.
Yes.
So
You were the photographer.
Yeah.
But the other thing too, I will say, is everyone there kind of had the same mindset. So you could see strangers taking pictures for other strangers. I thought that was really, really cool. Like everybody seemed to be very positive. You know what I mean?
bring
Which was
wipes
nice.
and
God.
sanitizer, because if you're having strangers touch your phone, you want to clean that shit.
Well, that's true. I
Yeah,
tell you.
man. It's nice, but come on. Maybe like 4 years ago, yeah, you can do
Right.
that, but sorry, not for me now.
Neil saying to Steven, I'd pay about $3.50 for your autographs. Too funny. Oh, and Val
Oh
with
my
a super chat. Oh, thanks so much, Val. $10 super
Oh,
chat
yeah.
from Val. So sweet of
Hey,
you.
Val,
Saying so
I gotta
glad
show
you
you
two
something.
had it.
Yeah.
Let me read this,
Continue.
man.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Gosh, you're like you're hopped up on coffee or something. So glad you two had a great time and got some awesome merch. Yes, it was really, really cool. All right, what were you gonna say?
I have to show her the wallet.
Oh yeah, your Jason wallet. Yeah.
I'll open it. It's got a little like click thing that opens. It's pretty, it's got good space. And what this too? And I know you'll love this. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a purse. It's awesome. So I've got a Jason Voorhees purse and wallet. So thank you guys. Awesome. Without you guys donating all your hard-earned money to us to do this, I mean, we wouldn't have been able to get half of what we got.
It definitely helped out a lot, and
Totally.
even with the
So
even
much
with the gas
appreciation.
and stuff like that. So we definitely appreciate all the support and everything that you guys have shown. It's been really, really cool, and even more so than that, it's really, really helped for stuff like equipment and and allowing us to even be able to stream like this. So it's been really, really cool. And thank you so much for that, Val. Very sweet of you. Jason saying,
Definitely.
Here in Las Vegas, we have many horror cons. Nightwatch Zone needs a table at one. Let's go. You'll be invited to all the after parties. Think big, be big. That is true. You never know. You just never know. That's really funny. Patrick saying you need slasher movie club mask.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't think
man.
anybody
I
wants
don't
to
know.
wear this. So
No. Well, I mean, just the name of the show. Anyways, we're not at that point. But anyways,
right.
Oh, you got a picture of Daniel Harris. Thanks to Bob. That's cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. Awesome. Jason with a $2 super chat saying Las Vegas is central. No, it's not. You mean central to all of us? No, but I know it's central. It's central to two of the Lethal Collective members, but not the other two.
Yeah.
I know you can figure that out.
On the other
Jason.
side. Yeah.
Right? Russell saying an awesome wallet. Yeah, it is.
Thank you. It is.
Miss Carter saying I want that wallet. Go to a convention. They've got tons of that type of stuff, Miss C. Seriously.
Yes. I tried looking for a hat. No, they didn't have any.
Yeah.
But,
Yep. But they had so much cool stuff. Really, seriously, they did. Now let me try to show you guys one more thing. Actually, this might be one of the last things. It's going to be tough to see it, but at least we'll be able to talk about it. One of the cooler things, there was actually one other thing that was really, really cool that I didn't get, and next time I probably
Do you regret
would.
it?
Well, I don't know if I regret it, because at some point you only have a certain
Okay.
amount of space for posters, right? So
Hey,
it's not like
we could
but-
make room.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I'm not an impulse buyer. So the
I
other
am,
thing,
though.
and I won't mention what it is, but the other thing that I didn't get, I don't regret not getting it, but maybe next time, maybe I will, we'll see. But this was something that we saw that was not only original, but
I
obviously
saw
was
that and
very
I was
cool.
like, this has to happen.
All right.
This has to go above my TV
Can you still hear
in
me?
my living room. Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me know if you can see it.
I see it. I see it. There it is, Val. There it is. Don't wrinkle it too much.
It'll be fine. Anyways, it's a map
Yeah.
of Camp Crystal Lake
And all the kills.
and all
Except
the kills
for.
Jason X.
Yeah.
I know you guys can't really see it, but it literally has the camps and where the kills took place
Yeah.
and all that type of stuff. So
It's awesome, you guys.
it's
Thank you so much. Yeah. It's awesome.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
and it looks really, really cool.
Yeah. I
and
can't
the
wait for it to
guy-
get framed.
And the guy who did it, he just put it together. He obviously is a fan of Friday the 13th. But here's the other thing that he did that was really, really cool. He did a map of Haddonfield with all of the kills from the Halloween franchise.
Mhm.
And he also did a map, I believe it was from the Romero Dead movies. So this guy was really creative. I know you guys couldn't see the whole map, but it's basically a whole map of Crystal Lake, Camp Crystal Lake, and it shows where all the kills were, like in part 3. Higgins Haven, is it? I think it was what it was called. Where Chris's family's camp was. They showed all the kills that were there in part 3, because that's basically where Jason killed in that movie. And then, of course, some of the other different areas around Crystal Lake. So it is really, really cool. Seriously.
Yeah.
That guy is fantastic, man. He was a really friendly guy too. I really, really liked him. Neil saying, yes, the kill map. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And trust me, once we can get it framed, you'll be able to see it much better. But it was so cool. Like, to me, now that's the type of thing. Don't get me wrong. I love the t-shirts, and there was so many other cool things, the figures and posters and variant posters. But something like this was just so creative, and it's something that I would have never thought to have seen. And that was something that I'm so glad that we caught and saw, so it's just cool stuff like that at conventions that you may never think of that you'll find.
I always look for Jason stuff. So that caught my eye, and here it is.
Right.
Going up on my wall. No.
It is a fantastic map. It really, really is. Yeah. Joel, I definitely want that. Yeah. It is so cool. It really, really is. That was the big one. Jason with a $2 super chat. Does the map show the water channel to the ocean? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And
I forgot that.
Hey, look, let me just say something. And Jason is the man. Because he's
awesome.
Always listen. I want to say something, and I know
good one.
Oh, actually, we got 27 people here. That's pretty cool. Hopefully, we'll have some people watching this on replay. Jason is like, he's almost as big of a hype man as Loomis himself. Okay, so I just want to say that. But Jason, referencing our Friday the 13th content, which, in my personal opinion, I think that we had a hell of a time going through all the movies. We had many side episodes, and hopefully those will be episodes for people to enjoy for years to come, because we enjoyed it. But when we did our Manhattan episode, aka Vancouver, part 8, that was a fun conversation, and we talked about all those types of things. As how the hell did he get to New York from
Yeah.
freaking Crystal Lake. But anyways, but thank you, Jason.
And
I
when we
really
did our
appreciate it.
photo op with Kane,
Yes.
just like the first time that I met him, right? He choked me out like when he was going like this with his, arm around my throat. This
Yeah.
time he had his hand and he was squeezing. I don't know if he was
But
squeezing you, Nate, but he was
yeah,
fucking squeezing my neck, and it was like,
yeah.
oh yeah, you could squeeze
But
tighter. He
but
probably,
he was so
because
kind though. He
he
was so
was,
cool. Like when
yeah,
we were leaving and said, it's just so great to meet you again and you're
yeah,
awesome. And he's like, yeah, thanks so much. And like I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like it was so great to meet David Arquette. Very
yeah,
kind,
very
and
super
very
sweet.
sweet.
And that
Matthew Lillard was
smile,
great.
oh my God. And when
Ma-
he laughed, because I don't know, it's just like, oh my God, it's crazy that you're there meeting them. So
That's right.
yeah, it was
Um,
surreal. Yeah,
Matthew Lillard was really cool. Jamie
yeah,
Kennedy was cool. Daniel Harris was really friendly. But it's something about Kane, and maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just because obviously he played Jason, but
yeah,
he really is a really down to earth,
yeah,
kind dude. And when we met him in Massachusetts and actually sat down with him, I was like literally
yeah,
sitting beside Kane Hodder for like
yep,
15, 20 minutes, just shooting the shit while he's signing other autographs.
yes,
I was
yep.
like, how did this happen? We didn't ask, but he
Do
just
you
said, "Hey,
have those
sit
pictures?
down."
You could show those
Well,
ones.
not right here, but
Oh
and
shit.
we didn't. And that's the other thing too. This is our next tip, probably the last tip. We've given 3 so far. This is our last tip. Take a lot of pictures, guys. We made sure
Yeah,
we marked this occasion. We took a lot of pictures. We did a lot of video. We did a lot of Instagram stuff. There's still some video that I haven't even edited, maybe to do a little bit of a quick video for you guys at some point soon, hopefully. But make sure you take a lot of pictures because when we were in Massachusetts, we took pictures, but we didn't take as many as we should have. And part of that was it just was what it was. It was also, I think
waiting in
we had
line.
just I think we'd also had just started the old channel, so we weren't
Oh
really in
yeah,
that mindset. But for any of you guys that do go to a convention, just make sure you take 1,000 pictures because you'll want to mark those moments.
Mhm.
Were you going to say something?
Well, just speaking of Kane, the Rock and Shock, he was always there. So I think except for one of them, because I went to I think it was including the one I went with you, Nat, I think it was like 12 times that I went to that one. And yeah, yeah, it was great because I love Kane. He's like my Jason, and he's the one that I've seen the most. And I think that's awesome because, yeah, like you said, he's awesome. And
Yeah.
he's like my favorite slasher ever, obviously, every chance I get. At one point, hopefully this year for Christmas, I'll get him tattooed on my arm because that's gonna happen. So yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah. I mean, and he's just so personable and he's just cool.
Yeah,
And like I said, it's really fun to have been able to talk to him at the other one. And at this one, it was a little bit of a much quicker situation, but just to
yep,
be there with him, it's just cool. It
yeah,
really is. But
it
thank you
really
so
is.
much for that super chat, Jason. We really appreciate that,
Yeah,
man. Seriously. Yeah. Chicago horror fans saying, man, I need to get a horror poster for my room. You should.
you
You
can
really
order them
should.
online.
Yeah. I mean,
You can.
I've
Yeah,
ordered like these from posters.com. Amazon sometimes has some really good deals. So yeah, you should do it.
yeah,
Yeah, and Kane is iconic. He really is. Neil said, "Here's an idea: a Halloween map that shows Dr. Loomis' location everywhere he said I shot him 6 times." I buy that.
that would be funny.
Right? Joel saying, "I'd die if I met Dewey, and I don't even like Scream." Well, I think that's also the other point of it
That was
too, is that these
awesome.
celebrities, as much as you link them to their characters or their movies or the franchise they're a part of, you really do get to see them as a person, which I think is really cool. And David Arquette is a really good example of that because, you heard a lot of people as we were waiting to go see him, you heard a lot of people talking about, we wish that they didn't kill you in Scream. We even said that to him too. You
Yeah,
had
we
little
did.
kids referencing things and he just took it all in
Oh
stride
my
with his
God.
smile. And he was just really, really humble and just really friendly, man. It was just really cool to hear him talk,
Yeah. There was this one little girl that was like, wow, you look old. And she's like, how old are you? That was like so
Yeah,
funny because his
that was
reaction.
funny.
Yeah,
Well,
and
because he
there's this,
had pictures from back when he was like 20 years old,
yeah,
22 years old,
yeah,
that like for
it,
autographs. Yeah.
yeah. And there was this other girl who made like this collage book for him, and he was
Hmm.
like, "Oh, that is so cool!" And he flipped
Yeah.
through it, and yeah, he's like the sweetest, nicest guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was really, really
definitely.
kind.
I
He
wish he still
was.
had his beard, but he shaved that off. But yeah,
Jason saying, "Night to put me in the same sentence as Dr. Loomis totally made my day. Thanks, my friend. You got it, man.
nice.
You got it." Russell saying, "Kane is number one. Jason Voorhees, but Derek Mears should be second." Derek was
Yeah,
really friendly
he
too when
was
we met
good.
him.
He
Yes,
was. Oh
he
my
was very
God.
friendly, very cool.
And
We
it
spent
it tripped
15
me
minutes with
out.
him.
Yeah, it tripped me out when he commented about our aura. Of all the
Yeah.
things for him to say, it was like, oh wow,
Yeah.
okay.
What did he say? He said something like, "You guys got a really positive aura and
It was,
you're
yeah,
really
he was just,
vibing."
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He was cool. He really was.
definitely.
Did y'all get any Blu-rays or DVDs signed? No,
No,
we didn't do that. Nope, nope. Maybe next time. Maybe next
yeah.
time. Neil saying you can get quite a few full-size posters off Amazon for about $20 or so. That's true. It's a great
Ah,
place to check.
yep,
Yeah, it's a great place
yep.
to check. Did you see any Eddie Munson cosplayers? Not that I recall.
No.
No. But we saw so many.
Did
There was
you
this one
show?
guy who was
Go ahead.
what?
From
No,
13
go ahead.
Ghosts? No, 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 no. From which
Yeah,
one was it? Is that the one? Did you show it?
yeah.
Oh shit, I missed it. Okay. Show it again,
Okay.
please.
Let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
I might have deleted it.
Oh damn it. That's okay.
I don't know. I don't know if I can find it, but
That's okay.
anyways, but there was this one guy dressed up as this priest type of character, and man,
Yeah.
he did look
He was
creepy.
a vendor. Yeah.
He was creepy as hell. There was some really good cosplayers there. Well, they had a contest that they were holding. I believe it was on Saturday night.
Costume. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, guys, I mean, we had a blast, and it was definitely the type of thing that we would do again. But for real, take heed of some of the things we talked about, and some of you guys mentioned it, like Frank, and just get that skip the line pass. Like Coriander said, bring yourself a fold up chair or something. Bring plenty of water. Have a game plan. I mean, we had a game plan, and it was okay, but I like the guys in the line. We spent a lot of time with those guys because we were in line outside for a while, and we had a lot of conversation. But one thing that they said is they learned a lot from asking other people at cons. So we kind of did the same with them, and so now we're hoping to pass that on to other people, because I know some folks haven't been to any cons and hoping to do so at some point.
Yeah.
So take it from us, man. Get the skip the line pass or VIP, whatever they call it. It's worth it. For this convention, I think it was almost twice as much for the ticket, but it would have been
And if you
so worth
can,
it.
grab a little portable seat and an
Yeah.
umbrella, because you're gonna need it, whether you're in the rain, snow, or the fucking hot sun.
Yeah. I mean, you should probably, depending on the time of year, and obviously try to figure out what the weather is going to be.
Change of clothes,
Just bring,
even in a backpack.
just bring that stuff in your car, because one thing that we did do is we went to our car a couple times, and so
sat in the
sometimes
AC.
so sometimes that's a thing you can do as well. But just bring stuff, because you never know if you're going to need it, and we wish we had a few things that we brought, but you live and learn about it. That's the thing that's pretty cool. As we start to wind down here, Jason saying,
that is cool.
I was so lucky to have met Angus Scrim and Sid Haig before they passed. Special times. Everyone should go to cons if they can. It's true. I totally agree.
Awesome.
Yeah, I totally agree, because again, it's just one of those things. If you're a big fan, it's kind of like a special type of environment. You really get a sense to meet cool people. You get to possibly meet some of your favorite celebs. And more often than not, they're just regular people. They're just hanging out and talking about, you know, whatever they've done, you know, in their movies or the business or whatever. But it's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cody saying, every time I play Friday the 13th, I always think, what would Knight, Jake, and Craven would do?
Nice.
That's great.
I have a T-shirt that's, you know, what would Jason do? But it's, you know, WW. It's got the hockey mask, and
Yeah.
it's a pretty cool T-shirt.
Nanette saying, I didn't need a portable chair. I have 6. Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Make sure
I
you
don't have
bring one.
any, right?
Yeah. Make sure you
Damn.
bring at least one. The other thing too, and we knew this going into it, but some people may not know it, but there were a lot of things that were there that was cash only. So, you know, we had to kind of have an idea of how much we thought we were going to spend, and so forth. So, you know, if you can find that information on the websites of a lot of these conventions. We did, or I should say I saw it, and so I knew that we needed to have cash only, because, you know, a lot of people, they use cards. So Nanette saying, I have 8 umbrellas. That's a lot of umbrellas. So you're ready.
That you are set, girl.
You're
Shit. I
beyond
wish
ready.
you were at this one, because I'd be like, damn, bring 2 extra of everything.
Too funny.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Let's see. Eric's in the chat saying, wow, you guys are still going. Just stopping in and say, hey, love watching your trip updates on Instagram. Talk soon, guys. Take care. Same to you, Eric. Thank you. Thank you. And we had some good good
and
times.
can I just say, I'm so excited, Eric, when Knight told me that you and Frenzy were getting back together and
they are
doing
back
your
together.
chant. Yes, yeah. I'm so happy to hear about that. So that's awesome.
It is very
If you
cool
guys haven't checked out their channel, yes, do it. Yeah.
2 Bearded Losers. That's right.
Yeah.
And I do have, it's funny because I remember when Eric had told me that they were going to be you know, taking a break, and I was still putting the link to their channel in our episodes, our Venoms
and I
episodes.
just started watching your episodes, and it was like, oh my God, this is awesome. Right. And then you were gone. I was like, oh, this sucks, you know. So yeah.
Oh man, very cool stuff. Jason saying, all great suggestions for cons. I hope so, because there were definitely things that we learned. Yep. We'll be back in a few weeks. I know Knight loved it. Jason goes out teaser. Yes. No, I did. Jason saying, I'm going to watch Phantasm tonight to celebrate your new shirt. Right? Nice. It is a good one. I do like it. It's really cool. Yeah. It is very cool. I really, really like it. But yeah,
I almost wish I got one now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, and that's the other thing too, guys. I mean, not to take away from the convention experience, but like I said, there are a lot of great places online that you can order T-shirts from, whether it's Gutter Guards,
well, I gotta get a Phantasm one. Yeah.
Amazon.
But you know, I want one with the car and the top.
They might have
Almond, and
they might have a variation of it. Yeah, they might.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Thank you, Val. Really appreciate that. Yes, absolutely. Leaving a comment helps. It does. Cody saying, when is the next talk about Scream and Halloween? We are planning, there's a couple things going on. I didn't really want to get too deep into it, but we got a couple episodes that we're trying to plan for, but trying to figure out how we're going to do it. So not exactly sure, but we will be, or at least the game plan is, we will be back on Friday night, kind of getting back into our usual routine, and maybe some new stuff. That's more of a tease, but you guys will see, you know. So we might be doing some different things. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
We're still continuing.
A lot of planning.
We're still continuing with Saw, right, on Friday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be
just
doing
throwing
Saw
that
3
out
Friday night. Yep. Yeah. We'll be doing Saw 3. Val, thanks for putting that out there. The links for the Patreon. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Jason saying, you guys have to go to the Halloween con in Pasadena. It is so awesome. Ooh, that sounds really, really cool. I wish. Yeah, I wish. Yeah. Eric saying all the episodes are back up on the podcast YouTube channel. All 69 of them audio only, but they're back. Yeah, I did notice that they were audio only. I have a new video up explaining it. Thanks for the support. Anyone want to subscribe? Please do. Absolutely. That is the truth.
Yeah.
That is the truth. Please support Eric and Frenzy, two bitter losers. They're awesome.
They're very entertaining. Yes. Yeah.
They are. They truly, truly are. And awesome people. And that's even
Yeah.
more important. That's even more important.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys. So we'll be back on Friday. I'll be on Thursday morning, and we're kind of getting back into our usual routine. As always, and I know Val loves this, you know, we sometimes do impromptu watch parties. And that could happen sometimes when you least expect it. Who knows? But we're trying to plan what we're going to be doing next, and give you guys a little bit of you know ahead time to plan for it. But sometimes it just happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just happens. Nanette saying, are you just talking about Saw 3 or is it a watch party? No, we're going to be doing the episode on Saw 3. It won't be a watch party. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Cody saying, Night, I heard if you like and sub, it helps you out a lot. Is that true? If I like and sub?
I think if they like and sub. But yeah,
you mean if you do that to a channel, does it help the channel? If that's what you mean,
if
absolutely.
you like them,
there's no
if
doubt
you already
about that.
subscribe to them, like them, and leave a comment.
Well,
Night
here's the
says
thing.
that's the best way.
Yeah, I mean, the thing of it is when you like the videos, it helps with the exposure that the video can get on YouTube, what they talk about as far as the algorithm. So that's why we always say, if you're watching something of ours and if you do want to support the channel, giving a like is one of the easiest things that you can do to support the channel, because the more likes that a video has, especially within its first, I believe it's 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours, that kind of gives YouTube the sign or the signal to say, hey, you know, we're gonna push that video out. But if you don't get a lot of likes in that time period, then usually it just kind of floats out there, and sometimes it picks back up. But it's to be quite honest, and I've talked about this a little bit, it's a little confusing, but you know, I just don't think that YouTube does enough to help get exposure
Smaller
out there.
channels,
but I understand that, you know, in a way they figure that, you know, a more established channel, you know, has an audience that will watch more, because what they really want people to do, they want people to stay on YouTube for longer periods of time. So anyways, it's an interesting thing. And as a content creator, you learn about it and you start to kind of understand it more, but it's still an uphill climb for any of us that do this. So anyways, likes are always a good thing, but if you're able to also leave a comment, that helps out even more. So yeah. Neil saying, two bitter losers, I just subbed. Hey,
awesome.
Thank you so much.
Good
much
for you. You'll enjoy it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Much appreciate it. Jason saying, does the Nightwatch Zone have a PO box for gifts? No, not technically, but Jason, you know how to get in touch with me. It usually
comes to Corianda's house.
But you can get in touch with me, Jason, and let me know. All right, thanks. Val saying, love those watch parties.
Nice.
We do too.
Right?
Jason saying, Nightwatch Zone does an amazing job of answering every comment left. Please leave a comment and start a discussion. Well, thank you so much, Jason. I mean, but I will say this, and that's just to be totally transparent. It is tough to keep up with all of the comments. So I definitely read them all, and I try to reply back. But I definitely give a thumbs up. And that also is just basically saying, hey, thank you so much. But I try to do the best I can. It's really, really, if you guys knew how much time it takes to even keep up with comments, you would be kind of like, oh my God. So I appreciate the comment though, Jason. And me and you have had a lot of great conversations through the comments. But there are times also, and I want to say this too, just to be honest with you guys, there are times that comments are left and for whatever reason, they just get lost on YouTube and I don't even know that they're left there. In other words, I don't get them. And I think that a lot of friends that are YouTubers have said the same thing. You know, like I might say, hey, I left a comment for you about such and such. And, oh, I didn't get that. So there are times that can happen too, just to be transparent. But I definitely read comments and try to reply to all of them. But at the very least, I give them a thumbs up. So, but thank you for saying that,
And
Jason.
Knight's a
I
busy
appreciate
guy.
that.
You know, he works full
Well,
time and he
yeah. Well,
teaches, and he's
yeah.
busy. Plus, he puts in all this time to
We
get stuff
try.
together for this. Yeah,
We try.
he's working hard.
What's up, Dominic? Dominic's in the chat. We're about to head on out, but thank you for stopping by. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. And sure, yeah, you can, Nanette. Absolutely. And catch you later, Chicago horror fan. All right. Dominic saying, I know what you mean by reading all the comments. Trust me, it's lots of work. It is. It really is. And again, I just want to be honest about that, because I know there are times when I've missed comments and I'll go back and see a comment from 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm like, oh crap, that one slipped by me. So just know that, especially, I think, let me just say, this is just coming to my head. As you guys know, we do these live streams unscripted, but I think that's a cool thing. That's why we do so many live streams. And I know a lot of channels, which is a smart thing, pre-recorded videos are more accessible to YouTube. In other words, the algorithm prefers pre-recorded videos rather than live streams. Like we've done live streams for Friday the 13th that have done pretty well. I think a lot of people enjoy our Friday the 13th content. Last Wednesday, I put out a Friday the 13th pre-recorded video, which was a really good one because it had news about a new Friday the 13th movie. That one outperformed our live streams like 5-1. So
Wow.
that just kind of shows you what YouTube does. But regardless of that, my concept for this channel from day one was to do a lot of live streaming. So I guess what I'm saying is that's our way to connect with viewers if we can't always connect with them in comments. So hopefully that makes up for the comments that
So
every
for
once
us
in a while
going
I might miss.
live all the time, yeah, for you guys to have this interaction, it would be so awesome if you hit that like button.
Yeah.
Even if you can't leave a comment, hit that
Yep.
like button. And yeah.
Yep. Neil saying it's just like
it.
It's just like the notifications on your phone. If you don't respond to it right away, it's gone and you can't even remember what video it was for. That's true. It's very true. Yeah. Cody saying, have a good night. Thanks so much, Cody. I appreciate that. There's a documentary on Prime called Pennywise. The story of it just came out this year. It's pretty good. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. And also Jason with another super chat. Saying you do an amazing job on the comments. Seriously. Well, thanks, Jason. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. But like I said, there's sometimes, and I know that I've missed, and even with your comments, I'm still answering some comments that you've left 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I definitely read them, and I try to reply to them as much as I can. So the best thing I can say is that I'm definitely trying my best. But thank you so much for being so supportive, as you always are. It really does.
To all you guys.
It makes a difference. Seriously. Yeah. And seriously, go back to all the Nightwatch Zone videos, and you will see how hard they work on answering the comments. It's amazing. Nightwork. So thank you. I appreciate that. Seriously.
It really does.
You're all right, man. Sharing the live or video on your social media is a huge help too. That's true. And I didn't mention that, Val. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah.
It's true, man. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can support the channel. So it's just really cool that there's a lot of different ways that people can do it. So thank you. Jamie saying this is one of the you guys, this is one of the best channels at answering comments on YouTube. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, there's your answer, babe. Sometimes you think, damn, maybe I'm not doing, I could do better, but I mean, with the time you've got.
Well, like I said, I think that's what
great.
also, I think that's also what makes, when you are doing a good job, it's because you're always thinking that you've got to do better. So, I mean, it's just how I am. I'm
he's been like that his whole life. Yeah.
I'm just wired that way.
Yeah. You can learn a lot from him, especially if you're not, very organized. I'm not saying I'm not organized, but he plans everything. He's a planner, and that's really smart. So yeah.
Yeah. Neil said night just hearted a comment I made like 2 months ago, so be patient. See, that's what I'm saying. I was catching up with comments today, man, and there were some that were so old. I was like, oh man. But trust me, guys, I definitely read them, and sometimes they come in like, you know, a bunch at a time. So I'm reading them and trying to comment, but sometimes, and I don't want to just, you know, when I reply to them, I try to actually reply to them. So sometimes I can't in the moment, and so, you know, that's what happens. So, but thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Dominic saying I'm starting to edit more horror news videos. I was doing more live streams. I'm so more horror videos. Pre-recorded videos. They're definitely, YouTube favors them. It's just that's just the truth of it. So, but for some people, pre-recorded is better. For some people, live streaming is better. So, you know, it's always a question of what suits the content creator. You know what I mean? So, yeah. You guys are too funny. All right. Thanks, Jason. I answered like 30 plus comments. Oh, thanks so much. You guys are all right. Well, anyways, we'll stop it there. But we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We wanted to at least be able to hang out and kind of do a recap of the stuff that we saw, the stuff that we did, and hopefully some stuff that'll help give people some ideas and tips. You know, it's just it's a lot. It's a lot to do in a convention. But again, if you can, please do it, because we had a blast.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Seriously.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we will catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with us. Please give the video a like. You guys know the routine and so forth. And yeah, have a good night. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace.
Church.